Alright guys, welcome to today's video. In this one, we will be showing the new varieties of figs that we just picked up. We got the Fig Nominal and the Yellowneck. The reason I did that was because I thought that our Violette de Bordeaux fig was dead. And of course, right after I bought these two varieties, this one finally started to grow a new leaf. So it is alive, it's just being really slow. But I will go ahead and plant these and do some garden chores. I don't know exactly where to plant these just yet because if you guys noticed from the last video, we seeded this with a whole bunch of flowers. And so this is the improved flower bed. So we'll see what happens near the end of April with more of the flowers coming up. We threw some sunflowers, some poppy seeds. We really just have a ton of different flowers in there, but I don't know where to put these guys. So I'll probably end up putting them in a small movable container for now until I can actually decide where to put them for their permanent spot. But like I said, that guy's alive, so we're gonna let him grow and leave him in place and keep watering and protecting it from the bugs, the animals, everything until it gets bigger. And then I'll go ahead and take you into the greenhouse area to show you some more of the plants that we have that we're gonna put in some containers. But as you can see, our lettuce is doing really good still, and we'll start harvesting from this so that we can thin some of these areas out so they can get a little bit bigger. But really good stuff is happening. All right, we're in the greenhouse area. As you can see, I have a ton more of the fabric bags for growing in containers. Those were the 10 gallons, and I just thought that those were way too big for what I actually need. The soil that I use, especially for the peppers, is about 5 gallons. So to put something that's gonna not utilize all the soil that's in there, I thought was a waste of the soil. So I went with smaller bags. These are the 5 gallons. I have 20, this is just 10 of them. And what we're gonna do with all these is we'll go ahead and plant our seedlings that we have up here because they've just been sitting up here chilling. They don't really have anywhere to go and I needed more space. We have a whole bunch of kale, cabbage, broccoli, red onions, peppers are starting to come in, and then we still have some tomatoes, which I think will do fine in the 5 gallons as long as I continue to add fertilizer and nutrients. And then, like I said, we have a lot of brassicas, so I just want to get them out of these containers and get them into something else. And then we took one of our jackfruit trees that we were growing inside the house and we brought it outside, and it's doing okay for right now because it's springtime, but I'm more worried about that plant in the winter. So I just put them with the buckeye trees, which I guess I'll start selling pretty soon or doing something with. Like I said, this was just an experiment. So we went ahead and picked up some blackberry vines, and there's 2 plants in here. Both of them are a thornless variety. And I think I'm just gonna plant them in this 20-gallon container because I don't want them to get started in our natural soil and then just pop up everywhere. I wanna keep them as contained as possible. And if you guys remember, we had our papaya tree in here and that thing got killed off by the earwigs. So I'll go ahead and put both of the blackberries in here, and then maybe I'll make a trellis eventually and have it go up onto the other side of this fencing or the other side of the greenhouse. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and plant that over there. And then I also did pick up some cuttings of some Petite Syrah grapes from a friend, and I took probably like 2 or 3 5-foot long sticks, and then I cut them into sections, put some rooting hormone, and I just potted them, or at least that one's potted. And then back over here with some of our other cuttings from the Majestic Peach, I have them in this container with some rooting hormone and keeping them nice and warm and humid. And then hopefully when those start roots, then I'll put those either up against the fence line by the orange tree or something else like that. But you can see where, if I give you guys a grand view of this area, we're kind of running out of space. So after we're done working with the irrigation system to water all this stuff, we'll try to maximize our spacing and just try to clean this area up. I have a ton of containers and junk in here that needs to just get removed. But like I said, everything is going really well. So let's go ahead, get all these things filled up. And then after I'm done planting everything, I'll give you guys a little rundown. All right, our mission is complete. We put all the seedlings in the new 5-gallon fabric pots. You will notice a lot of these are pretty sad, but that's what happens when you transplant in the middle of the afternoon and it's still warm. Some of these won't make it, some of them will. That's just the game we play. But I have had these seedlings outside for a while, so they are pretty used to the conditions. They're acclimated, so I'm not too worried about it. But they're all in there with the new potting soil. They have the bone meal, and I watered it with some fertilizer. And here's some of the other ones. Again, they look pretty sad, and I'm gonna thin some of these brassicas out later once I see which ones are gonna do good. But we're just gonna let them get used to being outside. And then we put our figs, this is the fig nominal, outside, so that one's all good. And then the yellow neck fig ready to go, and it's just hanging out with the rest of the trees, the peach trees, apple trees, and the avocados. So those are doing good. And then, like I said, I have some more tomatoes going, and the rest of the plants are looking really good. Like I said, I can't stop showing off this cabbage. Really good, really solid, so getting excited for that one. And then the last thing is the blackberries. The Arapaho thornless is in, and this one is in as well. They look really good right now. Again, I put fertilizer, bone meal, and then I just mulched it with some leaf litter and some bark, so that looks pretty good. Gives a nice contrast. But we're gonna see how those do in this spot. This spot does get a lot of sun, but that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will fill you in as these plants begin to grow and progress throughout the spring. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like and comment what things you're excited for this spring and what new plants you got growing in your garden. But I'll catch you guys later.